The organs for breathing and speaking. The human body has more constant need of air and the oxygen which it contains than of any other substance. A person can go several days without food. He can go many hours without water, but he can only go about 4 minutes without oxygen. At any one time, under ordinary conditions, the body contains a little more than 1 quart, 1200 ml of oxygen, enough to last about 4 minutes. The body does not store oxygen. Some of the cells in the brain are so dependent on oxygen that they receive permanent damage once their supply of oxygen is cut off. Oxygen makes up about 1/5 of the air of our atmosphere. Most of the remaining portion is nitrogen. As far as the body's needs are concerned, nitrogen simply comes and goes with the air that is breathed only because it is part of the package in which oxygen is provided. In the lungs, oxygen from the air is transferred to the blood. The hemoglobin of the red blood cells serves as a vehicle to carry the oxygen from the lungs to all the tissues of the body. The hemoglobin of the red blood cells serves every cell within the body uses oxygen to maintain its vital activities. The oxygen unites with food materials within the cell to produce the cell's energy. As a byproduct of this chemical action, carbon dioxide is produced within the cell. This gas is transferred to the blood and carried back to the lungs, where it leaves the blood and enters the air within the lungs. Thus, the air which is exhaled from the lungs contains much more carbon dioxide and much less than the air which is taken into the lungs. Under normal circumstances, an adult takes air into his lungs about 16 to 18 times a minute. A child breathes faster than this. So does an adult when he is exercising. Also, when a person's body temperatures increase, as in the case of a fever, the rate of breathing becomes faster than usual. Ordinarily, in quiet breathing, about 1 pint, 450 ml of air is taken into the lungs with each breath. It is possible, of course, to inhale much more than 1 pint of air. When an average young adult fills his lungs to their limit and then breathes out all the air that he possibly can, he has exhaled about 7 pints, 3,150 ml of air. Even then, another 2 pints, 900 ml of air remain within the lungs and air passages. The various organs of the body concerned with the transport and use of the air which is breathed, these organs make up the respiratory system. The respiratory system consists of the nose, the pharynx, the throat, the larynx, the voice box, the trachea, the windpipe, the bronchi, branches of the trachea, and the lungs. The organs for breathing and speaking. To contemplate the marvels of the respiratory system. How remarkable is the way in which the air we breathe is automatically warmed and moistened as it enters the body. Even the excess tears, which have already worked one shift in keeping the eyes moist and clean are carried through the tear ducts into the nose and they help to add moisture to the air that is breathed. Every breath of air as it comes and goes also does two jobs. It brings in a supply of oxygen and takes away a load of carbon dioxide. As it goes out, it can even be made to do a third job by providing the means for talking and singing. The rate at which one breathes and the depth of each respiration is controlled automatically. One breathes oftener and more deeply whenever his body cells need more oxygen. Not only is breathing necessary to life, but it is a pleasant activity. The air we breathe brings the odors of flowers, of food, and of the countryside, though through which we may be passing.